All right. Thanks for coming on, first of all, Sam.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
All right. So the first thing I want to get into is just quickly the Spash days, the dynasty you guys had over there. You had a 106 career record in high school, 2 state championships. Just kind of talk about, playing with like guys like Trev Anderson and your brother Joey.
Yeah, I think our squad played together from fourth grade on, and we were lucky enough to be able to be coached by Trevor's dad, who was the high school coach. So I think chemistry was just built up through the years. Winning was something that was just instilled in us at an early age.
Right.
And, growing up, we won a lot of tournaments. And then obviously in high school, you mentioned that we won 2 state titles. And then Joey, the year after that, me and Trev graduated, Joey got another one with his squad. So it was just cool to be a part of. It was just a winning culture, a lot of good chemistry. And it's really fun to be around guys that you've known for your whole life. And it's just memories you're going to cherish forever.
Right. Yeah. No, you and Trev played varsity for 4 years. What are some games that stick out to you? Like I know you guys had pretty much packed gyms everywhere you went, but like I know obviously some sectional games or, what are kind of some games that you cherish?
Yeah. I think both times we played Nina in the sectional semis. I think we played them in Menasha both times. We lost the first one and then beat them the next year to go to state pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It was packed, full capacity, standing room only. And it was just like one of those high school atmospheres that it doesn't get much better than that. It was half and half, Spash on one side, Nina on the other side. The fans were going crazy. It was right when you ran off for warm-ups, you felt the energy, and it was just something special. And obviously they were 2 really good games, but yeah, those are fun to be a part of. And then I think my sophomore year at home, we played North in the, I think it was regional finals, and it was packed house, and they had smoked us by 30 the year before, and we beat them. So I think those are 3 games that really stick out outside of the state championships, obviously.
Yeah, obviously we'll get into that quick. So you went to state, 2 years or 3?
2 years.
Okay, so kind of just talk about those 2 years. Obviously you won both times, but like who'd you guys play? I can't remember, and then just the experience of playing in Madison at the
The first year we went, we played West Dallas Central the first game, and then we beat Germantown in the championship. And then my senior year, we played Sheboygan South or Sheboygan. I think it was Sheboygan North in the first game, and then we beat Muskego in the championship. I think the first time around, we were just a little nervous because, you go in there, play on the Kohl Center floor. It's pretty special, and
right.
Obviously we had never been there before, and we won the first game pretty handily, and then going into the championship, Germantown was coming off their 3-peat, and they're going for a 4-peat. So, and we ended that and started our own little 3-peat. So that was cool. I think the first one was probably more special than the second one. The second one, honestly, we just kind of went into it really confident, kind of played free, and then obviously went our way. So
it looked pretty easy.
It was fun to be a part of, though.
Okay, last thing about Spash. Obviously, you won Mr. Basketball and Gatorade Player of the Year. Just kind of talk about how, you shared that one with Trev too. So just kind of talk about how special that is. You guys grew up together, probably always in the gym, obviously. Just kind of touch on that.
Yeah, me and Trev knew each other since we were like 1 year old. Our parents knew each other, and then obviously, we would. I don't really remember like hanging out with him that early, but growing up playing together, working hard together, grinding together, and then obviously to win 2 state championships together, go through it all 4 years and on the varsity, and then cap it off with some accolades at the end is pretty special. And winning Mr. Basketball with him is awesome. He was a great high school player, man. He scored over 2,200 points, averaged 20 plus all 4 years. He was the real deal, that's for sure. And obviously he's doing well at Wisconsin now. So definitely best bud for life, that's for sure.
For sure. Okay. Now kind of want to get into the academy days, kind of where I met you from, Cole Schmitz. Shout out Cole. Obviously you guys that year, you guys were going crazy, 15U, right?
Yeah, that was the first year we played together, yeah.
I think you swept the NY2LA tournaments. Just kind of talk about that first year with that new group of guys.
Yeah, I want to say we went I don't know if we were undefeated or if we only had 1 loss, but it was Yeah, we literally no one knew each other. Like me and Trev knew each other. Cole knew the Mount Horeb guys, and then me and Trev played with Seth Kostrowski like 1 year prior for a few tournaments. So there's a lot of new faces and unfamiliarity, and I don't know, it just worked though. We just went in and just started beating everyone, and we really understood that like we were really good and we could really play with anyone. So it was kind of a weird how it came about, but it definitely worked out for sure.
Yeah, so playing with Academy, I just want to played with Trev, Cole Schmitz, Tarek Nessa, Max Myler, Seth Kostrowski, Jack Pop, those guys. Okay, so then I think, was that when you guys got ranked second in the country? I know it was kind of like a website, but that's still pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, I think that was the year we got ranked pretty high. Legit or not, we were good regardless of the ranking.
No doubt. Okay, what were kind of some games overall? AAU always battling down in NY2LA. What are some games you remember, if any, from those days?
Let's see. It
was a long time ago, I know, man.
Yeah. We always ran into Quad City Elite at the NY2LAs, and those were some battles for sure. They had like Isaiah Roby was on those teams, and he wasn't as good as he is now, but you could tell that he had potential to be really good, and obviously he's in the league now. So a lot of good battles with them for sure. Playground Elite was always a common team that we played. Yeah. And they had a lot of good players like Kostis and Dania Kingsby and Dang Dang. And there's a lot of games. I think the first game that we realized we were really good is when we beat Run GMC in 15U from I think they're from KC. Yeah. They had this guard committed. Forget, man. But we kind of rolled them, and they were supposed to be legit, and we rolled them. And we were like, all right, we're pretty good, and obviously won a lot of games.
I would say you guys was it Barnstormers or Martin Bros that you guys always went at too? With Boots.
Oh yeah, we played Barnstormers more, but some of those Barnstormers guys played with Martin Bros the last couple of years, and it was like Jordan Bohannon, Ryan Kriener, and another kid. A bunch of them were going to Iowa. They were really good. I think they beat us. We played them once or twice. They beat us both times, I think. So they were good. Yeah,
for sure. Okay. All right. We'll go. All right. Quickly, time in the Big East. Obviously, you had a really good run there. All Big East second team. Just kind of talk about playing in that type of conference and that competition night in and night out. Obviously, a dream.
Yeah, Big East is a great conference for sure, and people kind of sleep on it, or I think it's not technically a Power 5, but it's that 6 conference that is always competing at a high level, and obviously some great players like Miles Powell, Marcus Howard, Eric Paschal, Phil Booth, Jalen Brunson, Michael Bridges. List goes on and on. Yeah. Just to be able to compete at a high level against a bunch of those guys who are in the league, and that's my roommate. Being able to compete at a high level against those guys is something special, and there's no night off in the Big East, and that's what makes that conference special.
Did you play in I'm sure you played in MSG a few times, right?
Yeah, St. John's. I don't know if they do it as much now, but they would host their home games there every now and then obviously the Big East tournaments there every year. So I played in there a fair amount.
Okay, and then you've played in, one or two, I forget, March Madnesses. Like, just talk about, like, that's obviously every kid's dream. Just, like, the week going up, in the week, like, leading up to that, I'm sure is just so hype. And then you get to probably the walk around or the walkthrough on the court. Just kind of talk about that experience for you.
Yeah, I've been in March Madness twice, lost twice, unfortunately. Kind of got rolled both times. So hopefully trying to make that a difference maker here, and hopefully we can get a couple games if we were able to play in an NCAA tournament. But the freshman year, making the tournament was really special. Coming out of high school, you're like, that's the one thing you want to make is March Madness. So going through the whole process was awesome. It's everything you would kind of dream of as a kid growing up in a basketball family. Everything from like the shoot around before the game, the media coverage, the hotel you stay at, the way they deck it out for you, it's just pretty special. And it's the intensity of the game rises for sure once you hit the floor.
Okay, yeah, cool perspective. Okay, now obviously where you're at, Virginia, Great program. Just kind of talk about how you used your redshirt year. I mean, obviously you got better and stronger. Just kind of talk about how that whole redshirt year for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough being you don't go into college thinking you're going to redshirt,
Yeah.
but something that I wanted to do just to work on my game, get better, and I really took it. I took it as a year to get better and stronger and quicker, and just to improve my game overall. And I think I did that for the most part. And game days were hard, obviously, because you can't be out there, but practices were like game days for me. So I really didn't take it lightly. I worked on my game really hard, and I think I got a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. So then obviously you're playing this year, first team all ACC preseason, and you guys are picked to win the ACC and also fourth in the country right now. Like, just kind of talk about, the team as a whole and your aspirations this year.
Yeah, we got lost two really good players in Mounty Diakite and Braxton Key from last year. So those are big shoes to fill, but I'm excited for what our team has to offer, and I think we can be really good. We just got some work to do still. Obviously, it's early, but some new faces here and there that we're trying to plug in with freshmen and myself and stuff like that. So with a guy like Coach Bennett, I think he's going to have us ready to go when the games start. So I'm excited for the year for sure. And obviously the recognition by the ACC to pick us number one is pretty cool, but kind of have to throw that out the window and just kind of get to it every day and get better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You talk about Coach Bennett. Obviously, everyone, thinks of him as one of the best coaches in the country. What is it like to just be in the gym with him every day?
It's special, man. I mean, he's a great coach, and he does things a little bit differently than other coaches around the country, but it works, and he sticks to it. He doesn't care what the outside people say. He just does what he does well, and it obviously works, and they won a national championship. So anyone who hates on Virginia or the Virginia program can kind of look at that national championship banner and kind of take back what they said. So, yeah, he's the real deal.
All right. Last thing. So, obviously, I've seen on like Twitter and stuff, you guys are slated to play Michigan State if everything goes well. Kind of talk about, it's being called the Hauser Bowl. Just kind of talk about how that'll be to play Joey.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. I've never really played against them, especially on a stage like this. So the family's excited. Obviously, Joey and myself are really excited to play. It'll be really fun just to go at it on a big stage and in college basketball. So I'm excited. Hopefully, it all works out where we'll play each other. But if not, so be it. But right. I'm really hoping that happens.
Awesome. There you have it. Sam Hauser, thanks for coming on, man. Good luck this year.
Appreciate it. Thank you.